Hi guys, it's me, and we're going to show you something really cool. Now, it's cool because it's new effect to me. It's not really new, but it's new to me. What we're going to try to do, with some success, I hope it'll be success, is to discuss weather maps. Or we'll try anyway. Let's see how this goes. First of all, unfortunately, unlike the major TV meteorologists, I don't have a way to see the composited image. So what we'll try to do is we're going to use this piece of raceway as a pointer, because that way I don't have to get too close and mess up the shadow. If you look over here in the state of Maine, New England, almost all the whole country except for the deep south, the temperatures are really cold. By the way, this came from the National Weather Service, dated on 7 a.m. So that's what they said that today was going to be for tonight. And they ain't kidding. You got cold temperatures in the deep purples, like 10, 20s. You got a couple in here that are actually close to zero. This is in Fahrenheit, please understand that, okay? In the California area over here, you can see that the temperatures are about anywhere from 40 to 50 degrees. And down in the Gulf states, such as Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, it's warmer. It improves. It does improve. It will be getting warmer in the next few days. And that's the way we're doing it. Right now, like I said, this is all new to me. This is all new special effect, and I'm still learning how to do it. So, basically, I have to... Let me explain how we do it. As far as this side to go. This is a paper copy of the map. I printed it, so I have a copy of the map here in my hand. And you can see that my inkjet printer doesn't really print as good as it could, but clearly you can see it's got a lot of red. Deep purple. Sorry. Deep purple in the 20s. It's going to be cold between 10 and 20 degrees Fahrenheit nighttime tonight. So that's basically what we're looking at. And then, as we go through, we look here, as I said, the state of Florida is pretty toasty, warm. And of course, Miami is going to be nice and toasty. It's going to be in 70s in Miami. Orlando will be about 50s to 40s, 50 to 60 degrees. So, as I said, this is an experiment, and I'm still working on it. But the whole cool thing is we can see up here that the cold is coming all the way from the Canadian border pretty much down to almost to Mexico. Okay, so this whole country right now is locked in a cold spell, except for the deep south. And that's why I need to dress warmly, because the temperatures are going to be cold enough that a lot of people could have some severe case of hypothermia. So if you know anybody who out there who is homeless and needs a place to sleep, this will you kind of do it. Now, so that's how we do weather maps. As I said, I'm not really set up for it yet. We'll work on it, okay? Make a better map system. Don't ask me to go into the details of the Sierra Nevadas. If you really want to know what the Sierra Nevadas are doing, they're actually in the warmer range in the 50s as a SoCal. In fact, most of California actually is doing pretty good weather-wise. Sadly enough, it doesn't show the information about Baja, Mexico, and all that, but that's not surprising. Now, most of the images that you see me on my page are all static. They don't have to be. It can be animations too. We can have pictures, we can have snowflakes, and anything we want. We can have videos in the background. And that is what I'm working on next. By the way, this image you're seeing here, the snowflakes, were freely distributed by a man on YouTube. There's called 3D snowflakes, and he made them available. And they're pretty cool. I like them. And they certainly do look pretty good on the weather map here. And why am I doing all this experimentation today? Well, I got nothing else to do. It's Wednesday and tomorrow, and yes, I know there's a good shows on tonight and Tuesday. I got a DVR, remember? I don't have to watch it live. Yeah. And by the way, you probably, for those of you who did watch the technical blog on explaining about the different chroma keys and things, you probably saw I showed, for the hell of it, my TV test pattern. That test pattern, by the way, I downloaded that off the internet, and then I added some information to it to make it more specific to this channel. We shoot in PAL, which, as I said, is a European television standard. And I like the PAL video because I get a really nice picture. Unfortunately, the image you see is not the greatest. It works, I guess. It's not, this quality is not there, but trust me, when you look at the original at, what is it, 320 by 200, 300, something like that. It's not really going to be that great, because that's the way my iPhone did it. It just kind of butchered the picture. But the point is it's really a test pattern, and you really don't normally see it. I do have better ones, but that was just the one that's customized, and it was actually my first test pattern that I downloaded, and we used that because I like the image. And for those of you who are wondering is where are we going to go now? Where is our technology going? Well, I'm expanding. I'm trying to add new features as I can, as budget permits or as time permits or whatever the case may be. So yeah, you're going to see more facts and more events as we go. And even though this chroma key screen may not have worked out really too well for the weather map, it still is kind of cool anyway. And you know what? I like the effect. So we're working on it. Now, which is better, blue or green? Well, because of the way the light, the color filter works on my camera for light color balancing, everything that's black has a slight tint of blue. Okay? So, yeah, when you saw me stand up there, and you probably saw me, my dress probably looked kind of naked. Oops, sorry. I tried to focus more on my headshot. To show you, as I was trying to show you the weather map. Did I succeed? I don't know. I won't know until I actually get into the video editing, and then I can determine how well it came out. Because that's the reason why I really want to get a regular chroma key processor, is so that if I'm doing live chroma key demos, as I was trying to do, I can actually be sure that if I'm pointing to Connecticut, I'm really pointing at Connecticut in Chicago. So, you know, that's a good reason why we're going to work on that and advance new technology. And that's why I also need you guys to help me with the crowdfunding and the Patreon, and so that we can improve our performance. After all, I'm not really a meteorologist, I'm not really a weather girl, but the heck with it. I'll try anything at least once. That's always been my attitude, and that's the way I think. And it certainly has been my motto through life, and it's gotten me through quite a bit. So anyway, just remember that things as of Wednesday will actually start to warm up. We will actually start to see temperatures going up after the 19th. So it's not going to stay freezing. So, yes, tomorrow morning is going to be cold, but it will improve. Okay? Very slowly, it will warm up. But then again, as I looked at the extended forecast, they said it's going to get cold again. So, by around the 24th of the month of November. So you will definitely want to keep an eye on your local forecast. We'll be seeing more cold blisters coming down from the Canadian area at that time. Mother Nature is fingering me, so to speak. We're getting her nice, cold, icy fingers down here. And but that doesn't mean that you should totally take it with a totally flippant attitude, because unfortunately a lot of homeless people will be possibly vulnerable and exposed to the elements. And if you can help them by providing them a place to sleep, a warm sleeping bag, a jacket, a heater, anything that they can use, your local homeless persons can certainly use your help. And I know that I've had a few people come to me and ask to help, but because of the situation with my landlord here at the Snow Queen Palace, we haven't really had the option of helping too many homeless people right now. And I just wanted to let you know that I would gladly like to continue to help you get ahead and stay warm and stay safe this winter. But however, if you look at the long-term trend, though, it looks to me like if you really want to stay warm, you got a couple choices here. You could either go to southern Texas, or you could go down to the southern tip of Florida, which is right near Miami, maybe possibly in Orlando, and keep warm that way. If you are mobile and are able to travel cross country and you're homeless, I do it just to get out of harm's way, because it's not going to be any easier as we go through. And once my season starts on December 21st on Yule here in the United States, and don't forget, I actually start my season at 0000 hours Universal Coordinated Time on December 21st. So that's from 7 p.m. our time until Astara Eve at 7 p.m. So I will be here during all those time. But then after that, of course, we hand over the responsibility to the other stewards. And depending on their personality, they might decide to continue on with my trends, or they might decide to very quickly change the weather to their liking. I don't think it's a surprise that the autumn steward has chosen in late autumn to follow a trend that I started to plan all the way back in June. I actually was planning this in advance by quite a few months. In the near future, I'm going to be working on trying to establish a couple of training videos, not specifically for anything else other than to show you how I do my job. It's going to be a real challenge, because a lot of the stuff I do is conceptual and it's not really picture based. It's pretty much in my mind, and I work with my mental images. But I'm going to try to tell you and show you how I do my weather work. So I hope you enjoy your day. I hope you have a good time, and and keep warm. Okay, bye everybody.